Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has been brought to safety after an explosion went off just before he was due to give a campaign speech. Police have detained a suspect for allegedly throwing a smoke bomb. Kishida was visiting the port city of Wakayama during local elections. The incident comes 9 months after former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was assassinated while holding a campaign speech. And joining us now for more is Sonia Blaschke. She is a freelance journalist joining us from Tokyo. Sonia, good to have you with us. What more can you tell us? What's the latest that we know about that incident? Was it an attack?
It very much looks like an attack, and my feeling is that it's a bit like a copycat attack, probably. You mentioned the Abe incident last year, but that is really just my theory. At the moment, not much is known. We only know that the alleged perpetrator was a 24-year-old male from neighboring Hyogo prefecture, and people saw him in the crowd. He threw something which landed about 1 meter from Kishida. And Kishida was brought to safety very quickly. Then people who were around the person tackled him very quickly, pushed him to the ground. And he seemed to be holding a second device, a second kind of silver object. And about 20-30 seconds later, there was an explosion. So that's basically more or less all that we know at this stage. Kishida, only 1 hour and 10 minutes later, gave another speech nearby and obviously condemned the attack.
You mentioned that it could be a sort of copycat attack, similar to what happened 9 months ago, where it was fatal. But can we read anything into the political climate in Japan right now that these things are happening?
To be honest, I don't see a direct connection to the political climate in Japan. The attack last year had a very specific reason. The attacker last year wanted to point out a political failure with regard to a sect that was very prevalent in Japan and that had political ties. I don't believe that this time there's any relation with the current political climate in Japan. Initially, I thought maybe it has to do with the G7. Obviously, the ministerial meetings are taking place and the summit will be taking place next month. But at the moment, I feel it's too early to really tell what might be behind this.
But will security be tightened, given that the G7 summit is coming up shortly?
Yes, and they've already tightened it since last year. Obviously, police have been very nervous since then. There was a lot of criticism how they handled the attack last year. And I've heard some experts talking earlier saying that there were more police compared to previous events. Also, of course, Kishida is in office right now, so he would have more security detail on him anyway. But I think after this attack, Japan will ramp up security measures even more.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sonia Blaschke, there, freelance journalist, joining us from Tokyo. Thank you.